Yo, check it. Yo fam, what is up? We're looking at the charts, micro and macro. What is happening for AMC, GME, SPY, Bitcoin, XRP, cryptocurrency, and so much more. I'm going to break it down using charts, facts, and data, go over the latest news and what you need to know as an investor and holder and trader in today's market. Also, we have an announcement for the stream, so I'm going to go over that in this video as well. Let's not waste any more time and hop in the charts, facts, data. Let's go.
Hey yo fam, what is up? You are back for another video with Datazero. In this video, we're looking at AMC, GME, SPY, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. You already know what the deal is. This video is not financial advice. Should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence. And I want to tell everybody, I make an announcement. Streams are now available in 1080 and 1440p at 60 frames per second. So they should look a lot smoother and a lot cleaner with better audio quality as well, because I increased the bit rate. So streams are going to be a lot more crispy and videos are going to potentially be a higher quality as well. I have to see when this video drops, but you can check if it's 1440p. That means videos are upgraded as well. So that's looking at that. Let's go ahead and move into the charts, facts, data for AMC, GME, and SPY. You already know what it is. So right now, AMC looking relatively good. You can see AMC tracking with my prediction so far. This is the same exact prediction from the weekly outlook prediction. That's why you want to always check out those videos. If videos are very important. You can see that we're kind of making this bull flag here, so we could see a push up, but we have to break above the sloping support and resistance to really see AMC make a nasty move to the upside. Now, if we did break above 305 and got to 309 and 315, then we could see that move to the upside. So if you see AMC at 309, 315 above those support and resistance levels, that means AMC is about to make a nasty move as the double bottom and falling wedge that I talked about will come into play. You can see that we're actually trying to break out of this falling wedge right now. We're breaking above the sloping support and resistance. We're pinned between these buy and sell orders. You can see there's a bunch of buy orders here, but there's also sell orders here. So we're literally pinned. Also, they're shorting us as well. 4.5 million short shares available to short for AMC at time of recording. As far as GameStop is concerned, 2.3 million shares available to short at time of recording. So they are shorting us down and trying to keep us pinned with those sell orders and trying to make sure we don't break out of the sloping support and resistance. But if we do, you're going to see a nice move up. This falling wedge breakout is going to happen eventually. The question is it going to happen now or later? And if we do break out of this falling wedge, there's nothing stopping AMC from heading back towards 550, $6, and then that could fulfill the price action that we need to see the massive double bottom play out. So again, things could get crazy for AMC coming up in the near future, especially if this market continues to keep pulling back. I am a firm believer that AMC and GME will move up once liquidity drops out of the market and the market begins to pull back and some of this AI bubble gets popped. I know some people think that's crazy, but in my personal opinion, I think based off of history, what we've seen before, and the mechanics of AMC and GME, it's very likely that if SPY starts to pull back, NASDAQ starts to pull back, AMC and GME would see a move up, in my personal opinion, especially if the apes continue to hold. And I know that I'm holding, and I know that all the apes that I talk to here on YouTube are holding as well. So again, looking good for AMC. We could see a potential nice move up if that double bottom played out, and if we break out of this macro slash micro falling wedge. It's a macro slash micro because it's on the daily time frame, but it's not as big as that macro double bottom, but it still is on the daily slash weekly time frame. So again, if we did see a price movement up towards 315, 309, that would confirm that we are indeed breaking out. What I'm expecting for tomorrow is a bit of consolidation. We have FOMC tomorrow, which is going to affect everything. It's going to be a major mover. It's going to affect everything. It affects the borrowing cost, so it's going to affect everything. We have Fed rate decision as well, so it's going to be absolutely huge. We also have a press conference as well, so it's going to be absolutely huge day tomorrow, and things are bound to get volatile, so be ready. We can see that we still have green MACD, but it is kind of fading down here on the 2-hour time frame. As far as the 4-hour time frame is concerned, you can see that we still have a very green MACD, and alligator is still showing a lot of bullishness, showing that we could have momentum to the upside. We are holding the key level right now of about $3. So as long as AMC continues to hold $3 and push up past 305, you could see that move up that we're looking for towards that 309, 315 level. Again, the golden levels are the levels that we need to worry about. $3 is what we need to hold. We need to get above 305 so we can move to 309, and from 309 we can move to 315. And again, as far as tomorrow is concerned, I'm expecting some consolidation, but if we were to see SPY to get a big pump to the upside, you could see AMC get a little bit of tailwind behind it and see a move up, depending on how the market tends to move tomorrow. Again, AMC can also defy SPY, but it can also be helped by SPY and money coming into the market. Money coming into the market, traders making moves, that helps push the price up. So this is what we're looking at for AMC. Again, FOMC and Fed interest rate decision tomorrow. It's going to be huge. Let's see if AMC can hold $3. We do have these gap fills to the downside that we have to worry about. It's at 291. Right here, you can see that gap fill here, and then we have at 280 to about 286. So you can just say from like 286 to 291, there is a gap fill or gap fills that will need to get filled at some time. Okay, so you got to watch out for those. That's why I think we might see some pullback here in the near future and break out of the overall falling wedge later. But if I'm wrong and we break out of the falling wedge early, I would be happy to see that. Again, we need to get above 315 to confirm that breakout of the sloping support and resistance. I think we'll probably come up and reject it, come down and fill those gaps, and then get a move to the upside, get breaking out of the overall falling wedge, and then getting that uptrend that we're looking for as we form this overall bottom. As I told you guys, RSI trending up, price trending down. That is called bullish divergence. That means price will flatten out, and that's what this flatten out process is happening now, and then I believe we will push up. So that's what I'm looking at for AMC. Let's go ahead and move into GME and show you what's going on for GME as far as technicals are concerned. GME in a very good position as well. Okay, so GME potentially breaking out of the falling wedge. Now on TradingView, we have a little bit more room to go before we break out of this falling wedge. That's why I think we might see some rejection. Again, it would be similar to AMC if we did see some rejection. And GameStop also has these gap fills to the downside. So we might see some pullback for GameStop, but right now GameStop is holding key levels and it has bullish momentum to the upside. You can see the alligator showing bullish momentum, green MACD 4-hour time frame. So we are still outside of the falling wedge, and it looks like we might be breaking out of it. If we can continue to move up, and again, we have to move up in order to confirm the breakout. We have to move towards like 25.15, 25.67. If we can get that high, that's going to confirm that GME is about to make a nasty move to the upside as we break out of this overall macro falling wedge, which is a lead up to a much bigger move, okay? So GME has broken out of the macro falling wedge here, this huge falling wedge. It has this push up. Then we go into this falling wedge here. That's going to lead GME coming back to, again, similar to AMC coming back to $556. It's going to lead GME back towards $30, $35. And once GME gets to that level, once it holds $30, $35 as support, you could see GME absolutely blast off into the stratosphere. Overall, playing out this falling wedge breakout for GME. Again, there's a massive falling wedge where you see this push up. Then you have this consolidation, and then you get another move up. That's how falling wedges work. Again, I'm not saying GameStop is Bitcoin, but I'm showing you a falling wedge that played out on the macro time frame. Bitcoin had a falling wedge that played out on the macro time frame, and I just want to show you guys something very, very similar. You can see you had this big push up, then you had the falling wedge, then you had a run up, consolidation, and then you had a bigger run up. Again, you have this big push up, falling wedge, then you break out, you consolidate, and then potentially have a much bigger run up. That's what I'm looking at for GME. I think we're going to get that once we break out of this macro / micro falling wedge and then move back towards that $30 level. I believe GME is starting to form a bottom and is going to push up. To confirm that it is doing so, we need to see it break above and hold that $25 to $26 level. Now, as far as tomorrow is concerned, we want to see if GME can get back above 23.44. If it does, that means we could move higher, but if it doesn't, we're probably going to have to come down and fill these gap fills to the downside. That's why I think GME has a little bit more time left as well. I think we need to come down and fill these gaps to the downside, and then we'll get a push up. So again, if we don't get back above 23.44, we're probably going to have to move down and then consolidate a little bit more before moving to the upside for that bigger overall $30 move that I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking at, GME, micro, and macro. Let's go ahead and move into a SPY in the stock market, show you guys what's going on in SPY, and then wrap up this video after the BTC and crypto section as well. So SPY, tracking with my prediction, we did have a little bit of a pullback. I expected today to be like a little bit of pullback consolidation day for SPY. SPY holding key level right now. And if SPY continues to hold this key level, you're going to continue moving up. You can see for I'm actually red or green. I do apologize. And you can see we're breaking out of this overall channel as well. Okay, so this is a key indication that we could potentially see more upside here for SPY. The key level that we need to see held is a 560. 93, 560, 93. If SPY can hold this 560, 93 level and use that as support, that means SPY will continue to push up. If SPY breaks below 559, 93 and loses that level of 559.93, then that means SPY is going to actually move down and this rally is over. But I think SPY is going to try to push up. Now again, FOMC is going to be the big determiner of tomorrow. Okay, so we're going to want to be aware of this and be on our toes. If you pick the right direction for this, it is going to be huge. Okay, now again, we're going to have a Fed press conference, so things could get volatile then. That's going to be at 1:30, and that could also change direction of anything we see from the Fed interest rate decision. So we're going to get a Fed interest rate decision, and that's going to cause volatility. Then we're going to get a Papa Powell talk, which could lead to a pump or a dump, causing more volatility. Tomorrow's going to be insane. So the market's expecting 4.5 as the consensus and the forecast. So if we get anything other than a 4.5, if the rates go up or down, that could lead to a pump or dump, ladies and gentlemen. And again, the market has been acting rather irrational, so I don't want to say normally how I do, saying like, hey, if we get this, then that will lead to a pump. If we get that, that will lead to a dump, because we could get so many different variables coming into play tomorrow that you could literally see sideways ping pong action, big swings up and down, and we have seen that before in events like this where you had interest rates and a Fed press conference. So be ready. We're going to be looking at the technicals. I will be live tomorrow streaming the conference, so be ready. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 1:30 p.m. extreme volatility for SPY, and it's going to be the big determiner of which way we go. If we get the 4.5, I think we will be able to continue to the upside to come fill these gaps, but then we're just going to fill the gaps and then come down. I think SPY overall on the macro is topping out, and we're leading into a big correction. Gold is going absolutely crazy. There's articles of gold that hitting new highs, silver moving up. I think Bitcoin is going to do very, very well. So I think we are moving to that recessionary, depressionary time, unfortunately. So this is what I'm looking at for SPY and the overall market. Again, stocks like NVIDIA had news today, but I called out a possible bear flag for NVIDIA, and it did play out. You can see we had this drop down, bear flag, and it led to another drop down, which I did predict here. You can see that white dotted line prediction, and it did lead to a bigger breakdown. So again, key stocks like NVIDIA pulling back, it's going to take the market with it. I think NVIDIA still has a lot more downside left with these macro gap fills on the daily time frame. You can see there's multiple gap fills on the daily time frame. So NVIDIA is going to continue breaking down, taking SPY with it. Nasdaq's going to continue breaking down, taking SPY with it, and this market is topping out, in my personal opinion, as the bearish divergence that I talked about on the weekly time frame plays out. I told you guys RSI trending down, price trending up. That means SPY is going to flatten out and correct down, and that is exactly what we're seeing as all of the macro that I talked about for all this time plays out like a story. So like and subscribe so you can get a part of that story and start getting this day-to-day information. This is what I'm looking at for SPY in the overall market. Let's go ahead and move into BTC and crypto and wrap up this video. So BTC crypto, things are heating up. Whales are buying Ethereum, XRP. They're accumulating. Hard money always wins, ladies and gentlemen. BTC, very, very bullish on BTC. Again, do not sell your BTC. I actually put out a short video explaining how this whole thing is a absolute shakeout, okay? We've had new articles dropping about cryptocurrency, how Russia's leaning into cryptocurrency, the United States is leaning into cryptocurrency, superpowers are looking to get into cryptocurrency, and if the United States gets in, best believe other superpowers will follow. So crypto is going to become mainstream, ladies and gentlemen. This is a shakeout if I've ever seen it. Again, 21 million coins. Once you own a piece of that, you own that. So that's why they have to make you sell it in order to get some, because they cannot print any more BTC. So they're trying to flush people out. They're trying to scare you. They're trying to put fear in the market. Again, you always want to buy the fear, sell the green. Sell the greed. Crypto, fear, and greed right now in the fear. If you look at the BTC rainbow chart, you can see that it's in the buy zone. This is all signs that this is a shakeout, and right now is prime accumulation time. And again, whales and big money are accumulating. We're getting ETFs. If XRP gets its ETF plus the SEC ends its case, it's over. XRP is going to moon. There are so many things going on in the crypto space that to be bullish, and underlying narratives that are bullish, that this shows me it's a clear shakeout. And I've seen crypto shakeouts before. It always happens when there's a lot of bullish stuff going on like this, but you see price going down and you're like, it doesn't make sense. Fundamentals are improving. Fundamentals will catch up, and the price will catch up with fundamentals, okay? So be ready. Crypto has a big 2025 and 2026 coming, in my personal opinion, and crypto is going to be a huge, life-changing, generational wealth opportunities. Many people don't want to believe it, but guys, ladies and gentlemen, mark my word, you will see it. Bitcoin will continue the uptrend. Now, we do have this bear flag right now on BTC again. I talked about some possible downside. We could see a little bit more downside before pushing up. Again, a little bit more shaking out before pushing up. That seems to be what's happening here. Bear flag playing out as predicted. I said it would break down. It's breaking down a little bit earlier than I thought. But what you might see is you'll come up for a retest. So what you'll see here is you'll come up for a retest, and then that retest will lead to a further breakdown. So if Bitcoin comes up and retests this as resistance, this 85K is resistance, you'll see a further move down into those buy orders that I talked about here for BTC. And that's going to lead into liquidity zone. And that's why I think smart people are going to be buying. And then Bitcoin will eventually start to work its way back up, in my personal opinion. Again, you can see these buy orders at 80, 77, 72, 69K. So people are waiting to buy if this thing does pull back in a substantial manner. And if it does pull back, then it's definitely going to be a buy opportunity, in my personal opinion. Again, it's kind of holding support here, but I think we have a little bit more downside, maybe with the general market, and then we'll come up. So like the market will crash, and then you'll see a little bit more downside as Bitcoin gets sold as liquidity, but then it will come into this liquidity pocket and then get a nice move to the upside, in my personal opinion, decoupling from stocks and doing well, just like gold and silver. So again, diversify. I do hold silver for full disclosure. I do hold some physical silver. I think everyone should diversify, but I think crypto will do very, very well moving into the future, especially as inflation continues to be the trend and we live in a debt-based society with fiat currency. Crypto is going to continue to do well as the dollar continues to degrade. Bitcoin will always equal one Bitcoin. Ladies and gentlemen, this was your daily outlook and prediction for stocks and crypto. If you made it this far, I appreciate you because you made it to the end of the video. Again, streams are now available in HD, 1080 and 1440p with 60 FPS. Videos should be upgraded as well. We'll know when this video drops. Should be available in 1440p, if not 1080p at minimum with 60 FPS. I appreciate each and every one of you for allowing me to get this far and figure everything out and sticking with me. As always, fam, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.
Hey yo fam, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like, press subscribe, and if you want to help out even more, you can share this video. That's a great way to help this channel grow. I appreciate y'all for watching to the end, because so people watch to the end and it helps me out immensely. And again, remember, streams are now available in 1080 and 1440p with 60 FPS and a higher bitrate. So audio, video, everything should be more crisp, clean, and easy to see and read and hear. So it should be a lot better. As long as your internet can handle it, you'll be able to put those settings on. Just change the settings on your end. And I appreciate each and every one of you for helping make it this far. As always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace.